What's happening, y'all? Antoine, aka the Bigfella. Welcome to another live show. We're just going to be kicking it and sipping and smoking tonight. Wanted to welcome everybody here. Before we get started, I'm dedicating this show to my grandma Bernice and my uncle Duck, who recently just passed away as well. My grandmother passed away about a month ago. But I wanted to dedicate this show to them and maybe tell a couple stories about them as well, and then we'll also just kick it, maybe talk a little bit of fishing. We're just going to be winging it tonight. This is the plan every other week, and then off weeks we'll do like a structured show. But tonight we are going to be smoking on a classico. What was that called? I'll through the paperwork. It's a classico. Wow, I ripped the sticker in half, but here it is. Longer than the ones I've been smoking, I will tell you that. Old Classico. There you go. I want to go ahead and light this and go ahead and snip into the weekend. I know it's Saturday. I was going to do this yesterday, but me and the wife got caught up into watching a movie, and I didn't want to interrupt our date night, so I moved it to tonight. Let's go ahead and move this off of here as well. But I actually picked this one up locally at a cigar shop here in King George. We have a ton of them, so we have plenty to choose from. But let's go ahead and light this bad boy up. Smells good. Tastes pretty good too. I'll tell you what though, the pull on this one, I'll probably be smoking this one for a bit because this one feels like it's rolled up pretty tight. There we go. All right, tonight we are sipping on a little bit of Malibu. I haven't drank Malibu in a while. This is one of my favorite rums. So we are going to be mixing that with just some regular pineapple juice. I didn't feel like going all crazy tonight, but let's go ahead and get us a mixed drink poured. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I already had one because it's been a while since I drank Malibu. So I was like, let me get one up in me because it's been a while. All right, there we go. Give it a little shaky shake. And here's cheers to y'all. We're going to be joined by Miss J here. Welcome to the show. You want to hit? No?
That's a hard no.
Yeah.
Any of y'all cigar smokers out there?
A lot of them are.
I think most of them. Some of them smell okay, but some of them really smell bad.
This one, I don't feel like it stinks, but it doesn't have like a good aroma like the Moon Trance or the Vanilla Robusto I've been smoking has. But I wanted to start off the show tonight. I dedicated this show to my Uncle Duck and my Grandma Bernice, so I was going to tell some stories about both of them. I don't know if you guys can see my shirt. I'm going to back the camera up a little bit, but this is the shirt that they had made for them. Pretty nice shirt. So I wanted to wear that tonight. They didn't have any shirts or anything made of my grandma, unfortunately. But the Queen of Supply Road is what I always called her. Well known. If you go down Essex County, as soon as you cross over the line from Caroline County 117, one of the roads is called Supply Road. You turn down there. If you stopped at any house, I'm pretty sure if you mentioned the name Bernice, anybody knew who she was. She had the house that it seemed like everybody liked to gather at. I can remember aunts, uncles, not strangers, if you will, but just random people. They were always welcome, and they always felt like they were at home. You know, later. Grandma Bernice's house was the house. If you're on ever on like Facebook a lot and you see how everybody talks about how they miss the good old days where all the cousins would sleep over at a house and there's a picture of them all sprawled out in like a living room somewhere and they're all covered with blankets. Like that's what my grandma's house was like when we were coming up. In her bedroom was a perfect square, and she had her bed caddy corner into one corner, and she would have all the blankets behind her headboard, and we would have to dive over in there to get blankets to sleep in when all the cousins stayed over. And you want to talk about the breakfast that she cooked us when we would wake up in the morning, bruh? Eggs, bacon, fried potatoes, sausage, pancakes. She loved it. Like she loved having all of us over. I can remember a bunch of like I'm not sure if they were like uncles per se, but they were like uncle figures. They would come over and they would always get shots of Seagram's gin. I remember popping the cap on that one time and just sniffing it and just sniffing it like burned my nose hairs. It was just the craziest thing. But and you want to talk about an endless pantry of food? I I can open that pantry up and just remember like all kinds of cereal, noodles, peanut butter, like all kinds of stuff that we ate all day long. And I remember she used to have us helping her in her garden, picking collard greens, and I can remember her growing collard greens. What else did she grow? Bug try to get in my beard. Um, for some reason, I can only remember collard greens. I knew she grew other stuff, but um,
Green beans and tomatoes.
green beans for sure. I can't remember any tomatoes. I just remember a lot of green. And one of my favorite things to do is when she would have us go pick apples off the apple tree, and she would make homemade like applesauce or fry up apples and uh, let us go to town on those. Man, those were the days. But now, as far as my uncle Duck is concerned, he is a he is the reason I began eating deer. I don't know if anybody would know if I would even remember this story, but they had a cookout one time and they were serving up burgers, and he was just slinging these burgers left and right, just grilling them up. People were tearing them up, and I'm sitting there. I probably ate like two or three at the time, and he was like, you eating deer, right? And I sat there and looked at him because I've never had deer before. I wasn't even interested in eating deer, but I ate that burger and I was like, okay, maybe I could eat deer. It took me a while to eat deer after that, though. I guess I just wasn't used to the fact. And then when I did eat a deer again, someone gave me deer and it tasted really gamey, and it kind of threw me off of it for a while too. So I just recently got started back getting to eating deer when I started hunting. But and then the whole family, this side of the family here, softball legends down that way. It was not a weekend during the summer. I don't think there was where there wasn't a softball game somewhere. I can't remember Uncle Duck playing a lot, but I know he was there because I remember this one time I had like left softball for a bit, then I came back and joined the family team and whatnot, and everybody was trying to coach me on my swing, and I'm out there like hitting pop flies, just trying to listen to everybody, and my cigar trying to go. I need an ashtray. There we go. Couldn't see the cherry. Um, everybody's out there trying to coach me on how I should be swinging and how I should be doing stuff. And my uncle Donald, his favorite word was buddy. He walked up to me, put his hand on my shoulder. He said, "Just swing the way you want to swing, buddy. It'll take care of itself." So I get out there in the batter's box. I knocked this softball. They didn't have a fence. The tree line was probably 400 feet or so, and I smacked that thing like into the woods. Nobody could find it. I came back to home. He was like, "That's what I'm talking about, buddy." So that was one of the stories I remember the most about him. But yeah, R.I.P. to Uncle Donald and my grandma Bernice. I'm pretty sure I'll remember some stories later on in the night that I'll be able to tell. But those stories right there stick out the most for me so far. But I just want to see how you guys are doing. How's your guys' week been? Hopefully everybody's week's been blessed. We're finally dry here. The remnants of what was it, Hurricane Debbie?
Yeah.
Yeah, we been getting that rain for the past couple days.
How did everyone else do through Hurricane Debbie?
Yeah, I know Florida. I think Florida got hit pretty hard. I think there's been some casualties down there. Um, not sure about Georgia, South Carolina, or anything like that. I haven't been able to keep up with it, unfortunately, but I do know what's happening. This cigar doesn't put out a whole lot of smoke like the other ones did. See some people joining in the little bubble count up there.
Your mom and them got on. I don't know if they're still on.
Yeah, I see Tiffany joined. I'm not sure who that was, the Four Slat TV, but they know my grandma. Yeah, I do regret I wasn't able to make it to either of the funerals, unfortunately. The day of the funeral of my grandma, Gavin had a real bad something going on with his ear to the point where the ear was a little bit swollen in the side of his face right before the funeral. So I had to go get him checked out and make sure everything was okay with him. And I ended up having to work on the day of my Uncle Duck's funeral, and I couldn't make that. Um, but definitely got some fond stories. Both funerals, from what I hear, were extremely packed. I know my Uncle Duck's funeral. Both the church that it was at has a pew, like two rows of pews. The pews were filled up. The two sides aisle, the middle aisle was full, and the back of the church was full. And I think it was the same for my grandma's funeral as well. To be able to leave like a legacy behind like that and have an impact on that many people's life. Um, I guess you could say people spend their lives on trying to make as many impacts as possible, so you have that many people show up at your funeral. I can only hope when I do end up leaving this earth that I get the same showing and the same love as them two got. It's them two. Not saying that no one else deserved it, but Uncle Duck and Grandma Bernice, they definitely deserved all the love that was shown at their funeral.
Coming along nicely.
Yeah. She's making potato soup and chili. We thought it was supposed to be raining today, so we were like, we're going to go ahead and make it a soup day." And of course, it was sunny and 88 degrees. I actually went out and took the kayak out to a new pond that I've never fished before. Ended up going by myself and probably fished for 2 hours. Water was extremely muddy, and I'm talking about it was so muddy that I was tossing around a white buzzbait, and then I think I had a all white rooster tail. Both of the trailers on both of those baits are now stained brown because the water was just so muddy. Um, I was going to try to fish longer and at least explore some of the lake a little more, but I had an uneasy feeling about being out there. There were other people out there like kayak fishing, but I guess like something internally in me is still not ready. So I called it a day and came on back to to the house and put the kayak up. I mean, I was wearing my life jacket and everything, but it probably would have been a lot better if I did take someone with me. But I will get over that fear eventually, and you'll see me out there fishing in the kayak all the time. Um, I was half. I gotta prepare for hashtag Sunday dinner tomorrow. Um, and I was gonna wake up in the morning to do that, but someone over here is like, "You should go fishing." So I think I'm gonna take the boat and take Gavin, and we're gonna go hit a pond I am familiar with and see if I can catch a fish or two or five or 20. It'd be nice to catch 20.
It's Gavin's lucky pond.
Mm-hmm. You guys have seen me fish it all the time. Guardy's Mill Pond. That's where I caught my PB at. There is something in my gut telling me that I'm going to be breaking my PB this year. And I got a feeling it's going to be there. So I'm going to try to start going there a little bit more and seeing if I can actually break my PB. PB is 5.1 pounds. Shouldn't be too hard to break. I've seen some 8, 9, 10 pounders come out of there. So it should be able to happen. We'll see, though.
I don't think I have a personal best.
Well, you caught a fish, so you technically have a personal best, but we didn't weigh it.
Don't know what it is.
Yeah, we'll say your personal best is 3 pounds.
Yeah, that sounds good.
What you drinking on there, Miss J? A little lemonade, right?
Yeah. In my Huskers glass.
Yeah, I had to get her a glass the same size as mine so we can be twinsies out here.
Yeah. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah. I was beginning to think I had mixed it too strong, but guess not.
No. I guess the lemonade and the what do I have? Vodka? The lemonade and the
Beef Eddie's
vodka.
lemonade vodka. Yep.
Yeah. That counters the anything strong about it.
Yeah.
Just tastes like lemonade. It's one of those sneak up on you drinks.
This Malibu is too. Man, this look how much of the cigar I still have left.
It's a big cigar.
Yeah, the ring size is 7. You know, ring size is the thickness circumference of it, and the length was 50. I can't remember if that's millimeters or what it is, but I think the CAO flavors that I was smoking, the ring size was 7, but I think the length was like 30. So I'm pretty much smoking like a cigar and a half of what I'm used to smoking. I know it's going to take me a while. Bear with me. Let's see. What do we got coming up in the future? I know we got some trips planned, like some short little getaways coming up. We have I don't know if I could necessarily call it a bed and breakfast because they're not serving us breakfast, but it is a house that we
like an Airbnb.
Yeah, like an Airbnb. We're going to be staying at that. Has 2 pools and some 4-wheelers, so we're going to be doing that. I'm going to be cooking some crabs, and I'm going to be hanging out with the adults on my side of the family. And then September first week, like Labor Day week, we're heading back out to Nag's Head for about half a week, and going to be doing some stuff out there. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been wanting to do some more getaways. I know we had to get away to New Jersey. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any fishing on either trip, and it would be kind of nice to be able to sneak in another fishing to 50 this year, but I'm not sure if that's going to happen. It might have to be a close state where we can do like a day trip or something. Like we haven't done West Virginia.
We haven't done Delaware.
We haven't done Delaware. We haven't done Tennessee. Done Pennsylvania.
Tennessee would be a exhausting day trip.
Yeah. West Virginia might be too, depending on where we go.
I don't know. Delaware is not hard.
Nah, yeah, that's like 3.5, 4 hours. We could do it.
Yeah, my area for work is Maryland and Delaware,
Yeah.
so I know it can't be too far.
Couple motorcycles out today. Yeah, when I tell y'all, when I got to the end of my driveway to go take the kayak out earlier, the amount of boats and stuff I seen heading towards Colonial Beach gave me such joy. I'm gonna look at everybody getting their dose of the great outdoors right after the storm. This cigar is pretty mild.
It doesn't stink as bad as I expected.
Yeah. Might have to look at getting. I think they have like buy three get one free. I might have to go take advantage of that deal. I remember when my grandma Bernice used to take me and my brother shopping. Um, she would pile us up in that burgundy Ford Taurus that she had, and she would take us in the Tappahannock and take us shopping at Ames when that was still around. What else was over there in Tappahannock?
Is there roses?
I don't think in Tappahannock. She really didn't do a whole lot of driving. I know she was in an accident that hurt her leg back in the day, but she still took us places. I've seen her out a couple times too. Like when I like back and forth to work, I'm like, look at my grandma. Her and her, I forget how she's related to her, but both of them riding out. I don't know if y'all saw my shirt with my Uncle Duck here. I got a picture of him up here with a deer. I wasn't there that day. Believe it or not, I actually didn't hunt a whole lot with him. He was part of one hunting club, and I was part of another. Um,
My dad hunted with them.
yeah, her dad hunted with him. A lot actually.
Queen joined. Hey, Queen.
What's going on, Queen? But yeah, you want to talk about a true huntsman and a houndsman right there. Like from what I hear, he done taught a whole lot of people some stuff.
Black Hawk Snake.
Hey, big fella, Bass Pro,
Yeah.
Boss Bro. Oh, I read that completely wrong. I'm not drunk yet, I swear, y'all.
I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see anything.
Hey, we both out here struggling. Quee said, what we sipping? Janessa's sipping a double lemonade. It's a Deep Eddy's lemonade vodka, and she has some lemonade to top it off. Me, I was feeling a little tropical tonight, so I got me a little Malibu Original, mixing it up with some pineapple juice. And then I got the cigar, and I threw the wrapper away before I could remember the whole name of it, but it's a Classico. Churchill. There it is. I remember it. See, I'm not drunk. Classico Churchill. I was like, it's named after a president. Not a president. What was Churchill? General? I forget.
Churchill
Winston Churchill.
Yeah, he was definitely like.
He wasn't a president.
No, he was like England's prime minister.
Was he a prime minister? We've been watching too much Peaky Blinders. He was in there.
I definitely saw Winston Churchill on The Crown.
Queen said, I know that's right. Don't go swimming in the kitchen.
No swimming tonight. No swimming. I might go in the pool, but that's about it.
Mike.
Yeah. I've been making potato soup and chili today, Quee, but I don't think you eat potato soup.
Oh, let me tell you, speaking of dinner, let me tell you all the concept of tomorrow's Sunday dinner. I am going to do, I'm calling it a steak dinner on a stick. I'm going to be doing cut up pieces of steak, potatoes, and then I'm going to have like the peppers and onions and what else am I putting on there? I didn't do pineapple because I wanted it to be like feel like a steak dinner. And then I think I'm going to baste them in A1 steak sauce once they're done for people to eat.
I knew Quee didn't eat potato soup. She's like one of the pickiest people I know.
Mm.
Her and Deja, they pretty close.
Y'all will be able to see a video. I should have did a video for your potato soup.
Yeah. Oh well. Next time.
Yeah. I don't do a whole lot of baking and like making sweets and stuff like that, but I have been toying around since I got Sunday dinner. I was thinking about making sweet tooth Saturday, and whenever I bake like cake or cheesecake or something like that. Oh yeah, this is the first you're hearing about this. This is the random stuff I think about as I'm driving around. But I'm thinking about doing a sweet tooth Saturday, like whenever I bake something, like pound cake or make cheesecake, or when I try other different desserts, making it for Saturdays and posting that. What you guys think about that? I think it's something I do want to start doing.
He's been making a lot of pound cakes lately. He's about to make another one for tomorrow.
Yeah, man. I got what do we got? 3/4 of a one sitting there on the table,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna make another one for tomorrow. I made two for my Uncle Duck's funeral the other night, and I'm pretty sure I'm nowhere near done.
And then our daughter bakes too. She gets it from him.
Yeah,
But her specialty is cookies. She makes some amazing chocolate chip cookies.
I gotta remember. I gotta slow down on that. All I take is pineapple juice. That Malibu gonna sneak up on me, and I might be laying out here on this couch.
He'll be swimming, Queen. He'll be
Yeah,
swimming.
I'll be the one that's swimming.
I gotta go check the city.
All right. Yeah, she made golly 4 batches of chocolate chip cookies. I think it was. And she was like, "Here, these are for the house," and then she takes a bunch to her friends. But yeah, thinking back on like my grandma Bernice, and I know my uncle Donald has a lot of grandkids too. Um, we have one adult kid, and Isaiah, he's close to being an adult now. A couple years he'll be 18, and it's got me thinking about my later part in life and how can I get some stuff around here for my grandkids to enjoy, so they can tell stories about us um, when they get older. Blackhawk Same said you're smoking on some hybrid, vaping on some hybrid. Jesus, I'm not drunk, I promise. Just the words is too small. He said I'm vaping on some hybrid.
I should have got my glasses while I was in there so I could read these things for you.
Apparently, you need to go get your other pair too and let me wear them because I'm all like, oh, smoking some hybrid. I'm like, nope, that says vaping. I'm not drunk, y'all. I promise. I promise.
You keep drinking them that fast, you will be before this live is over.
I think I'm just thirsty. When that pineapple juice is like, it's delicious. It's like all running down my beard. Like I feel like a dwarf off of Lord of the Rings. How they be drinking. Mm. While I'm thinking about it too, if you guys want to send me some pictures for Ode to the Cookaholics, or if you caught some fish and you want to share them with the rest of the subscribers and you want to have them in Catch of the Week next week, you can Facebook message them to me, or you can email them to me at bigfellaoutdoors@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and put that in there in the show for next week when we do the structured show. Blackhawk Snape says, "Yeah, I was craving a beer today, and I haven't had beer in a while. I don't even know what beer is good anymore, to be honest with you. When I did drink beer, I was drinking Coors Light. Um, I tend to stay away from Wicked Apple ales.
I was about to call you out.
Man, let me. I'll tell Nikita Gilkey says, hey,
Hey.
um, I'm going to tell you guys about the one time I drank Wicked Apple Ales. Um, I One day I got off of work and I was like, I'm going to have me a drink tonight. Stopped in the 7-Eleven and I was like, ooh, this Wicked Apple Ale looks good. So I got home, cracked the can, sitting there drinking it. Ate a little bit of dinner that night and woke up the next morning and I could have sworn like our bed was facing this way, but for some reason it felt like the bed was facing that way. I get out of bed and stumble to the bathroom, try to wash my face, brush my teeth, and all that stuff, and get ready for work. I get dressed barely and go to put on my shoes. And I don't know if you guys remember this episode of SpongeBob when he was trying to learn how to tie his shoes. He would tie his shoe and they'll show the knot, and then all of a sudden, the lace would just like explode and lay back down to an untied position. That's what my shoes were doing that morning. I'm sitting there climbing. I'm like, God, I can't get my shoes tied. I had to call Isaiah and to come and tie my shoes. I get start trying to go downstairs. She's like, I'm probably going to have to take you to work. So I had to be a passenger princess for a little bit. And
Oh, we didn't even make it to work. Hold on. I had to call and say you were sick for the day
oh
and
yeah,
black out the curtains in the living room because you couldn't get back up the stairs to the bedroom.
yeah. Like we had like semi. I guess they were like semi blackout curtains. They let a little bit of sunlight in. She had to go get the big queen size blankets and drape them over the windows so I could have pitch blackness. Because like she said, I could not get back upstairs. I don't know what that wicked apple ale had in it. It was probably that apple that wicked witch gave Snow White, and that's what had me out. Like we
Yeah.
got visitors. We got visitors. Oh, that's probably Eli.
I've
Oh,
never in my life seen him so done for, except for that night. And I don't even know. But now he's not allowed to drink no wicked apple ales.
yeah, I stay away from the wicked apple ales now. Um, and I haven't had moonshine in a while. Probably since our wedding. No, I've had moonshine since my wedding night. But I'm sorry. I've had the moonshine a couple times, but moonshine put me on my butt the night before our wedding.
I
At,
didn't even think he was gonna make it to the aisle.
yeah.
I was like, you better be at the front when I get there. We're gonna have problems.
I had to be escorted into the house and put on the couch and had a blanket thrown over me.
I blame my dad
Yeah.
for the moonshine.
All I can remember was roll tide that night. That's all I could remember. We wake up the morning of the wedding and I get dressed. I wasn't nowhere near as hungover or whatever as the Wicked Apple Ale, but it was rough. I'm up there standing in front of the preacher trying to repeat after him and saying the vows. And, he says this big long phrase, and I kind of like lean over and look at him like, can you break that up a little bit? Whole crowd started laughing because they know what was going on that night. But man, those are one of the two times that I've been like inebriated to the point where I needed assistance.
I think my best memory is literally the swimming.
Yeah,
I went to happy hour with my sister and she brought me home and Antoine was gone and she's like, just sit on the couch until Antoine gets home. And I'm like, okay, got this. Well, I decided I wanted a drink and I fell on the floor and that was where he found me. And now everybody makes jokes about me swimming on the floor because I was laying there laughing when he got home.
yeah. And she was doing this like awkward swimming motion. So I took a quick picture of her and sent it to the family group chat. And that's whenever she starts drinking, and everybody's like, "Oh Lord, she's gonna be swimming." So that's where that comes from.
Yep. That was back when Steamers was in Dahlgren.
Yeah, yep.
And we got them happy hour, had these big old drinks and they were $5 and I think I drank like two or three of them, but I'm not a super big drinker. So that was two was probably where I should have tapped out at one. You want some more ice in there?
I don't have no more ice balls.
I mean the fridge makes ice.
We'll taste it. taste it, see how it is hot. Might be all right. This pineapple juice is kind of chilly. Oh, I didn't see that comment from Black Hawk
He
Snake.
said he's got to go get some beer.
Yeah, man.
Got to join in. So I don't know who we got on here. Y'all got any funny drunk night stories or hangover stories?
I know Quee's got one.
Yeah, if she's still on here, I know Quee got a good story.
I'll tell it if she wants me to tell it because I was part of that one, or somewhat part of it.
I don't know if Quee's still on here though.
I don't know. I can't tell how many people are on Facebook. It tells me how many people are watching, but it doesn't break it down as to who's on Facebook and who's on YouTube. It has me live on a personal Facebook, Bigfella Outdoors, and both of my YouTube channels at the same time. I'm sitting here thinking I'm taking Gavin fishing tomorrow, and I'm like, for some reason, whenever I'm going fishing the following day, I always try to pre-plan like what I'm going to throw, as if I like already know like what the water conditions and stuff are. I was fishing all fast today when I probably should have been throwing um something Texas rigged or something like that. Slowed
Something
it
that
down.
was gonna sink so the fish could see it.
Yeah, or sink slow. Something with some flanges that kind of fluttered as it fall down. Fluttered. Spear fingers.
I was thinking of an octopus.
Yeah.
Is there a jig that looks like a jig or a lure or whatever we want to call it that looks like an octopus?
Most jig has those hairs on the back.
No, I need one with like 8, not 2 on the back, like
Oh, the jigs like it has like
so that it looks
hair.
like Squidward is coming down.
You know the moppets that you're talking like that.
That's a jig.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so a lure.
Yeah.
Are they the same thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we should invent one that looks like Squidward.
Yeah. As it's falling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm about a quarter of the way through this thing. Like it was like out here.
Yeah, that thing's too big. My drink's done.
You gonna get another one?
I might in a little bit.
All right, yeah, go ahead, DJ Khaled that thing.
Tiffany is out the movies. I don't know if she's on her way home or not.
What they go see?
Deadpool?
Oh, that I want to go see Deadpool.
Yeah.
I don't like if you haven't seen Deadpool, and you're going to play in it. Cover your ears or something like that because TikTok is kind of done it for me. Like they like spoiled the heck out of it, but I still want to go see it because spoiler, my favorite X-Men is in there, Gambit, and from all the TikToks and stuff that I've seen, Channing Tatum has put a hurting on that Creole, the Cajun accent, and did the character justice. So I'm super excited about seeing it. I was thinking about when I was recording my video today, when I went out on the kayak, I thought about trying to pull out the Gambit saying, I'm about to make a name for myself here. And I didn't do jack over there. So I was like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't. 'Cause, I would have made myself look even more like a fool.
Sorry.
Huh?
I said sorry. Sis is out with friends, and I'm just trying to keep up with what's going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's a little interesting.
Yeah. So what's that place?
Yeah. But sorry, guys, I don't want to share all of her business.
Yeah, we had that telepathy thing going on. When you're been as married as long as we have been, we can kind of like do our eyes different ways. Like it's almost like a sign language, if you will. But we know what we're saying.
Yeah. We just got it like that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Trying to think of some more Grandma Bernice and Uncle Duck stories.
I don't know, what was Grandma Bernice's reaction to your first girlfriend?
I don't know if I brought any of my girlfriends around her. I think
You brought me around her.
Yeah, I'm about to say you were probably the first one that she's actually met.
Oh, I feel privileged.
Yeah.
It's like, you definitely brought me around her. She came to our wedding and everything.
Mm-hmm. No one else. She didn't meet no one else. Boy. I'm sitting here counting down in my head to this potato soup. I can't wait.
It's pretty much done. I'm just stirring it to keep it from burning like I kind of did the chili.
Oh, I got this. All right, y'all. Good night. No, no, I'm excited about this potato soup.
I don't make it very often, just a couple times a year.
Yeah.
And since I made it, my whole family's coming tomorrow to eat it because potato soup is always better on day 2.
Yeah. A lot of foods are better on day 2. We talked about that during our social session one day, like a month or so ago. Like potato soup, chili, spaghetti, collard greens, cabbage, all good on the second day.
I don't like collard greens, not on the first day, not on the second day. I'm like Dr. Seuss's green eggs and ham with collard greens.
Yeah.
I can make them, but I don't eat them. He
I like
cuts them for me to make
Yeah.
sure that they're seasoned good.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they smell.
I like mine real peppery. Someone said pizza's good, better on the second day than them.
Like pizza in the morning, like that hot, like that room temperature pizza, or yeah.
I don't know.
For breakfast.
I feel like you can't beat a fresh hot slice.
No,
Like
that's the best for me for pizza.
you get yourself a big honking slice of pepperoni, like New York style pepperoni. Eat that like when it's like piping hot. Oh man, it's delicious. But then again, that same slice of pizza the next day after it's been sitting out is pretty good too.
Pasta salad's better on the second day.
Oh man, yeah. Once that dressing sets in, oh man.
Yeah. Potato salad.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit of things better.
They're not calling for rain tomorrow. It's awfully cloudy. I don't see no stars out.
No, I don't see any either.
Trying to look on my watch. Keep passing it. I'm not drunk, I swear.
You're more savvy with that thing than I am. I just use mine to really count my steps.
Yeah.
And read my messages, but I don't like to reply to messages on my watch. I feel like it takes too much.
Yeah. Dirt Monkey said there's small chances tonight in the early morning. As long as it doesn't do it too much to make the water muddy to where I can't really fish all that great, I'll be all right.
I think for Gavin, it's just getting out on the water.
Yeah,
He was trying to go fishing in the kayak with you today.
yeah. I don't have a two-person kayak, unfortunately.
The rap is muddy as hell right now.
Yeah, it is. The Rappahannock, what was that? The Wilna Creek off of the Rappahannock was muddy. Wilna Pond was muddy today. I drove by. What else did I drive by? I think I even rode through Placid Bay a little bit, and the lake was draining through the overflow quite a bit. So I know that was probably good and muddy. What else was muddy? I don't think I went and looked at the Potomac any. But yeah, you're right, Dirt Monkey. It was everything was crazy muddy today. Hopefully, it'll be a little bit better tomorrow.
You're going to Guardy's or Bowie?
Probably Guardy. Bowie is like forever stained. It's always that murky green color. That's Gavin's good luck pond.
That's where I thought y'all were going.
Yeah. I would probably just go to Guardy's. I need to find me another good crappie hole to take him to. He loves crappie fishing. I think because we keep crappie. Like, we don't really keep bass a lot. If I know a bass isn't going to make it when I go to throw it back, I'll keep it and make dinner out of it.
I want to go catfishing. That's my favorite fish to eat, some fried catfish.
Mm-hmm. I think I've taken the whole family fishing, and I think everybody likes something different. Catfish here, Gavin's crappie, I'm bass. Isaiah's I don't know. He doesn't mind bass fishing. He doesn't mind catfishing. Jalissa, she likes, I don't know.
She just likes fishing.
Yeah.
She actually likes to play with the fish more than she likes fishing. When we were in Jersey, she was teasing the fish with her lure.
Click it. Yeah, Dirt Monkey says Little Falls, go over towards the waterfall during the cold weather and plenty of crappie there. Okay. Little I can't remember if the city docks are open anymore. Wait, oh, I know what waterfall you're talking about. Right there, but as you're coming out of Ferry Farm, you know where the water treatment plant is? Right there.
Oh, okay.
I know what waterfall he's talking about.
I gotta check.
Yeah. That soup nice and done. I can't wait for it. I heard what is that down? It's down south. I think it's Chesden. That was a pretty good crappie spot. I know the Rappahannock has a bunch of good spots on it. I haven't went and pinpoint any of them yet, but a ton of people tell me the Rappahannock's where it's at, especially around Port Royal area. It's a lake down there by Gloucester, Beaver Dam, I think it's called. I think everybody says that lake has a good white and black crappie population in it. You need to go check that out. They said there's quite a few places to hit some 15-foot brush piles. Oh, hey, what's going on, Chris? Chris says Lake Curtis. It's been a while since I've been to Curtis. Last time I went to Curtis, it was pouring down raining, and we had to get up off the water, which was a challenge. Because when I say it was pouring down, I'm talking about they were the big, fat, like, raindrops that just made such a ruckus on the water you couldn't see where the stumps were. And of course, we were. If you leave the boat ramp, and you go right. You stay on the right side. There's a bunch of standing timber there, but there's also a bunch of stumps that you can't really see until you get right up on it. And well, I tell you, when my trolling motor was bouncing off them things like crazy, I hit a bunch of them like head on and shut the trolling motor off. It made me kind of nervous, but we got up off of there. The trolling motor still works, thank God. But yeah, I heard Lake Curtis has a good population in there too. Hunting Run Reservoir. That's in Fredericksburg, if I remember right. Dirt Monk says Curtis has gone downhill the past several years with fishing. I've caught tons of turtle there. Yeah, I know the last time I went fishing at Curtis, I think I was only able to manage one or two bass. I haven't really fished Curtis a whole lot. The stumps made me nervous when I would go by myself. Um, but yeah, I think now that I'm thinking about it, whenever I'd go to Curtis, I could only seem to manage one or two bass. Um, I know Michael. I don't think he's in here tonight. He has a lot of luck out at Lake Mooney. I saw some of his pictures earlier on Facebook in one of the Facebook groups. Like, man, that guy just seems to catch them there. Like, I've tried to go once or twice to Lake Mooney. First of all, that place is huge. Second of all, it's extremely deep. I know I had the fish finder on and I was driving over spots that was like 100, 120 foot deep. Didn't see anything on the fish finder, but it seems like he's got some good spots in there where he knows where to catch them at. Might have to link up with him. I might have to link up with some of y'all too, because some of y'all got some good spots here. I need to fill the freezer up with some crappie. And with it being August now, archery season is coming up in a couple months. I need to go ahead and get that crossbow sighted in so I can knock me down a deer or two during archery before the firearm season kicks in. Isaiah's got a crossbow too, so I know he's excited about getting out there in the woods. He'll be able to shoot his own deer with his own crossbow this year if we can come across one. Dirt Monkey says, I did the geotech work for Mooney before they filled it. They left the old road in. I had no idea there was a road in there. I don't know a whole lot about Lake Mooney with except the fact that it's fairly new. Um, and it's extremely deep. I have seen fish in there. Couldn't catch them, but you see the little shadows or whatnot. Hey, what's going on, Dean? How you been? Sorry, the dog was in the door behind me. I can see him moving around. What's up? How was the party? Good. My nephew just got home. That area was all houses in there. Houses removed, but foundation stayed. Huh. Gave a gives a bass a couple nice hard bottoms to be able to sit on. That's kind of cool. Dog, I saw something walking up. I was like, "Who's that walking in the dark?" What movie was that? Who's that stumbling around out there in the dark? Was that Django? Maybe that was Django.
Yeah. When he was trying to find who's out there, trying to find a fight.
Yeah. Dean says, all good, bro. No complaints. Love what you're doing. I got mad questions I got to get with you sometime, man. Hey, man, you can ask him here or you Facebook message me. Be more than happy to answer them for you. And I can tell you what, a lot of these guys in here, like if you got questions about fishing, they give some good advice. I'll be learning stuff from them all the time. Like, look at me. I didn't know Lake Mooney had foundations of houses in there. So if I ever come across them on the fish finder and I see something that looks kind of solid, I know what it is now. That's the thing about I like about the fishing community is I know we kind of like to keep some of our spots secret, but everybody is willing to share stuff. So I do appreciate the people that do share. But yeah, Dean, if you're trying to get into it or have any questions, we'll get you right. What's up, Gavin?
Where am I going? I thought I come out. Mom suggested I come out here and
Hang out on the live for a little bit.
stay tight to the wall.
Yeah, I'm still smoking my cigar. My cigar was long. It's she was packed tight.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it. Yeah, I was figuring you were still smoking it, so I just stayed inside.
Yeah. Dean said, amazing. I'll keep an eye out for sure. Then I'm sub to your YouTube too. Just got to make sure I tune in. Then make sure you turn on post notifications. It'll notify you whenever I upload videos. I went fishing today. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to upload that video or not because I didn't catch anything. The pond was beautiful, so I probably will. Just kind of like a ooh wow kind of piece. But yeah, me and him are going to go out tomorrow to hopefully we get on a couple fish.
Well, yeah.
Dirt Monkey says, "Have you fished at Acapulco Beach before?" I have not. I'm not even sure if I've heard of that before.
Nope. I never heard of that.
Acapulco Beach.
I'm gonna sit out here, but so I'm just gonna be on my phone.
Oh, okay. He got himself some Robux. He's got to spend them bad boys. Oh, he's also known as Aquia Landing Park. I have not made my way that far north just yet. I'm starting to get some more confidence in the kayak, and once I do, I want to start hitting Aquia and some of those other ponds and lakes and stuff up that way. But right now, I've just been sticking to what I know, trying to get over the nervousness after the kayak accident a few years ago. Excuse me.
That's all. It's more of a couple years.
Yeah, it's been a few years. There's a spider on the lens right there. There we go. Oops, sorry. But yeah, I'm still looking to try to get into a snakehead. Dean said, "You ever had the other family out too? Jermaine and them boys fish with you?" I don't think Jermaine does a whole lot of fishing, to be honest with you. But no, I haven't had a whole lot of them out. I know my dad still fishes, but I'm not sure where he be fishing at. Me and him haven't linked up in a while either. Beginning to think with the length of this cigar, that's why it was so hard to get a good pull on it. But she's pulling good now. Get me some a lot of smoke coming out of this thing. Something tried to fly down my back just now. I need to make my way back down Briary Creek again. I've had some good times there. One of the last times I went out, me and Darren took, I think it was my old boat out there. God, it's been a couple years now. But I've hooked into a couple fish that took the hook on me, unfortunately. But there were some big boys. I know some big boys gonna come out of there. If I remember right, I think they that lake has some Florida strain bass in there. But yeah, that's definitely a good place to be fishing there too. Dean says, "Are you on Streamyard? How am I seeing it pop up too?" Yeah, I'm using I'm using Streamyard. I got my personal Facebook page, my Big Fella Outdoors page, and both of my YouTube channels. All streaming the same video right now. Chris said, Ruffins Pond, another place that holds good crappie, but it's difficult to navigate as well as a lot of the standing timber. Dog, you ain't gotta tell me when I used to cross that bridge, when the water would be low, and I'll look to that right and I'll see like what seemed like 150 stumps out there, and I'm like, golly, I know that's got to be tough to navigate. Um, I know it's hard to get a boat down in there, so I know I would have to take the kayak. But I know Ruffin's got. I know I see Dean saying he's heard about Ruffin's Pond. I've caught a few fish, nice size fish, Carolina rigging off the bank. Between us, I snuck on the other side of the road where you're not supposed to go, and was tossing Carolina rigs around the stumps and caught a whole bunch of bass. Um, I know they got like yellow perch in there. I think somebody said they have snakehead in there now. It's pretty close to the Rappahannock, so that's definitely believable. Um, Although I haven't caught a snakehead yet, so um, want to try and change that. But yeah, Ruffins is definitely another good one. I'm not sure if you're allowed to fish it or not, but if you go past Ruffins Pond, where the railroad tracks is, there's a asphalt road that goes back there to a couple more ponds. I'm not sure if you're allowed to fish those. I fished those before, and I've caught fish out of them. I remember I was casting that same Carolina jig off the bank. There was like a grass mat underneath a tree that's overhanging the water. I was casting that thing, just letting it fall, and fish were just taking it. I don't know if it was the same fish. That's like at the beginning of my bass fishing career. It could have been the same fish, but I know I caught a ton of fish just like casting underneath that tree. That was kind of fun. Yeah, I definitely need to start branching out more, like Hunting Run Reservoir. Was it Nile River Reservoir? I got to check that out if I can. Um, yeah, see, that's what I thought. Like, I haven't got caught. He says, nope, those ponds are off limits. The asphalt plant owns them, and you need written permission from them. Yeah, sad to say, I didn't have permission. I haven't fished them in a really long time since then, but those ponds always come to mind, and I'm a little more wary about trying to, fish in like ponds. I'm like, I see, and I'm trying to, I'm not trying to be in trouble for trespassing or anything like that. So I haven't been back to that pond in years. I think I've had this YouTube channel for like 8 years. It's probably been like 9 years since I've been back there to those ponds. I do have a little pond that I fish out in Lake Orange. I got permission to fish. It's near a prison, jail, something like that. I've taken you there before, haven't I? Yeah, I've taken him there.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's like it's a pond and it's down in a gully. You can fish the bank like around like 95% of the pond, except where the water inflows. There's a bunch of mud trees. You can't really get over there. I fished that a lot. I've seen some other people that have permission there catch some big boys in there. Um, I'd be interested in taking the kayak in there and seeing if I can get out towards the middle. It's kind of hard to get all the way out there in the middle. You can get close, but it's hard to get out there in the middle. The only thing is, with it being being down in that gully, dragging a kayak down it would be easy. But after paddled around all day and hooked in the fish, and then you got to drag all your gear back up the hill. You can't drive a vehicle down there. It's pretty steep. But dragging a kayak back up that hill, I wouldn't be looking forward to that. I can tell you all that now. Me and Darren went to God. I can't think of the name of the place now, but it's a place that It's kayak only, and they had some stairs going down that steep hill, and it goes down this hill of waves. Of course, dragging the kayaks down was easy, but we fished for like 5 or 6 hours, and then had to drag those kayaks back up the hill. Oh man, you want to talk about somebody needs some oxygen, boy? Woo! I was like, man, this hill has shown me how out of shape I am. Then he said, "Oh man, I just read the caption. R.I.P. to your grandma and uncle. My condolences. Next brew is for the fam." Hey, I appreciate that. That's why this show is dedicated to them. All my drinks, I'm about to go ahead and pour me another one now. Um, all of these are for them. It's some great people. All right, this made me another drink. Cheers to y'all. Dirt Monkey said, "Was that at Mott's Run Reservoir on the river off of River Road?" Can't remember. I know I haven't personally fished Mott's Run off of River Road. Yeah, I drive by it a lot because sometimes when I go to Orange and I do not feel like sitting through all those lights on Route 3, I will cut behind Central Park and take that route. I've been meaning to get over there too. I think Fredericksburg has some like some pass that you got to pay for, if I remember right. I could be totally wrong, but I think you would need like a pass to fish Mott's Run, um, maybe Hunting Run, and maybe Nye River Reservoir. I know there's a park off of the river, Old Mill Park, I think it is. I think you even got to pay to just be in the park there now. So we haven't been there in a while either.
Yeah, that part was actually kind of boring. And fun at the same time.
It was boring and fun at the same time.
Yep.
You know what park I'm talking about, right? It's the park that's in the bottom of the hill, and it's got that big field. And if you walk across the field, the river's over there.
Yeah, and there's this like big walking foot area that you can walk on.
I had wanted to try to go out there and maybe wade and see if I could catch smallmouth. Then he said, "Salute, who's little man? Sounds like you're getting him right, or who's grooming who? He knows the stuff." Yeah, this is my son. Like, look at twins. Yeah, this is my youngest son. My oldest son is at his friend's house. Yeah, I've been getting him right. This is the crappie fisherman here. He absolutely loves crappie fishing. Um, my wife was asking me if I was taking him to Bowie's Pond tomorrow, but we're gonna go hit Gardy's instead. Um, I'm pretty sure you would love to get back into Bowie and try to catch some crappie, huh?
I just hate it like how the water's so like deep, like at the dock. Boat.
Oh, try to get the boat on there.
Yeah, like it's so deep, and then when we
Hey,
that time was all like me. I'm like, what? You're back?
What's up, ABCDEFG?
I love that name. That's usually everybody's name nowadays.
Yeah. Jerry Monkey says the reservoirs you need to pay for a pass, but I'm talking about Mott's Run on the river. The kayak launch is right on the right side before going up the big hill. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No, I haven't. I haven't fished there at all. Um, that'd be kind of cool to get in there too. The wind's usually blowing this way, so he normally doesn't sit out here. The little bit of a breeze is blowing actually towards you guys, so it's a lot easier to smoke the cigar when it's not blowing in his face. As he's over here playing, what's that, Roblox, whatever it is.
Yeah. They have different games in Roblox.
Yeah, I hear the police sirens over there.
Yeah.
Got me thinking the cops about to show up here.
Yeah, I'm in a swamp bearcat right now.
They said, Mott's Run, the best smallmouth and blue cat fishing on Mott's Run towards Climbing Rock. So yeah, that definitely sounds like I need to go ahead and hit Mott's Run because I have not caught a smallmouth either. And anybody I talk to that catches lives in an area where they can catch largemouth and smallmouth, um, people they prefer smallmouth because they fight harder than largemouth. So I definitely need to hook into one of them. Dean says, "Okay, thought so. Just checking. What's the difference with crappie fishing? More deep water as a challenge that they put up? I'm green. Laugh out loud. Crappie fishing. The pond that we're used to fishing, I think the deepest hole in it is like 11 or 12 feet, 15 feet, I think. Um, the challenge about crappie fishing is they like to hang around brush and trees, like sunken trees and stuff, so you can't get snagged a lot. But what makes it easy is they tend to school up. So if you find a school of them, you can actually sit on it for a little while and catch them pretty good. But from what I've read and like some of the stuff I've noticed, if you can find them in other lakes and stuff, seems like they like to hang out around that 15 feet area, especially if there's like a brush pile that deep. Um, but this guy's lucky enough to where he could cast near laydowns and not get snagged and just pull them in. Whereas me, I would snag. I'm like trying to get it as close to the brush as possible, and mine always goes down in there, and I'm getting snagged. So I end up like blowing the spot up, like trying to get my lure unsnagged, scare all the fish away. He somehow, some way, he's mastered it without even knowing.
I caught at the pond that we were down there last time.
Boobies.
Yeah, no, the one down there at Brick House.
With Cam and Isaiah.
Yeah,
That was a creek.
yeah, yeah. That was actually yeah, that was a pretty good. That was a pretty good creek.
Yeah, they caught a ton of catfish and perch and stuff down there.
I caught a big perch and we cut it up and they cut it up and used it as bait
Yeah.
because they said I couldn't use it, so I had a different rod. Not a catfish.
Yeah, your rod was kind of on the small side,
Yeah.
but
They didn't say they had an extra rod for some reason.
mhm. Like, oh, I thought somebody was about to pull in the driveway. DC, you got a little man cooking and scaling fish too. I'll he'll help me scale them while I fillet them.
Yeah, I'll scale and you cut. I
Yeah,
remember when we did that one time.
for some reason I like when I fry my crappie, I like them filleted, but I like the skin on. I feel like I can get more of a crunch and off of it with the skin still being on. So I'll give him like a spoon and
Yeah.
have him scale them, and then I'll just fillet them and we'll just move them on down to the wash bucket.
I remember, and I always used to tell you, are you gonna put some water in there with the fish? Because we used to be catching a lot of fish back then.
Yeah. I have this bucket, tall 5 gallon bucket. I drilled holes all the way around it, about halfway up, and I'll just stick the water hose in there. So when I get my fillet done, I'll toss it in the bucket, and the water hose kind of like tosses the fish around and gets all the dirt and extra scales and stuff off of them, and then it'll fill up to where the holes are, and all that stuff will just flow out of the bucket, and the water stays clean. And I feel like like the water coming out of the water hose is cold. It like firms up the fish. I like it, like taking them out of there and frying them that same day. It's pretty tasty. Now you got me wanting some crappie. Now we might have to go crappie fishing tomorrow.
Crappie fishing and both crappie fishing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, we already got dinner planned tomorrow. Like I said earlier, I'm doing hashtag Sunday dinner. You'll see it on the Simple Life of Bigfella channel. Once I'm done cooking it and editing the video real quick, I'm making a steak dinner on a stick. Like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna have cut up pieces of steak on a skewer with potatoes, peppers, onions, and then once it's done, I'm gonna baste it in A1 sauce. Should be pretty good. Y'all see that. Um, Once we get off live, if you want to hop over there, see some of the other stuff I've done. What did I do last week? General Tso's chicken and General Tso's shrimp. I made that last week. I did shrimp and fish tacos the week before. I did a shrimp and sausage gumbo a couple weeks back. Um, yeah, I've been hooking it up and trying some different recipes, and they've been coming out pretty awesome. So every Sunday, I'm going to be doing something a little different.
This dude,
Dirt Monkey said, just add some crappie to the skewers. I bet you that'd be delicious. A little surf and turf.
this dude thinks he can be a bear cat and with a full running.
Oh, in your game.
Yeah. He thinks he can push you over the stop sign, and clearly he cannot. All you have to do is.
I can't wait to see. I have a randomizer for what I plan on cooking on Sunday dinners, just to give myself a little bit of a challenge, if you will. One, I have two different randomizer wheels. One wheel has the different kind of cuisines like American, Chinese, Japanese, barbecue, um, one pot wonders, something like that. And then the other wheel has the proteins like beef, chicken, pork, fish, other seafood, stuff like that. And I'll spin both wheels, and whatever the wheels land on, I got to try to cook something for the following Sunday to satisfy those needs. Kind of like what's that show, Chopped, where you get like a little surprise basket with a bunch of ingredients, and you got to try to use all the ingredients. I gotta use the ingredients on the wheel to cook, make something for Sunday dinner. It's been kind of fun. That way, we're not eating the same things all the time.
Bet that. He bet that. Bet that. Bet that. That's good sexy.
Dean said, "Hell yeah, that's a super cool, nice way to put both sides of your brain to work." Yeah, man, it's definitely been challenging. But looking up some good recipes and trying to execute them, and I'll put my twist on it and kick it up a notch with the seasonings and stuff like that. It's been pretty good. I'll have to when I get done, I'll have to send you an invite to the Bigfella Bash for next year, Dean. Uh, Dirt Monkey, hit me up on Facebook. I'll send you an invite too. I have this humongous cookout every year. Memorial Day weekend is when I usually do it. Um, I'll be cooking up a storm. When I tell you, I think last year I smoked two briskets. I think I did hot dogs, hamburgers, chicken. I don't think we fried fish last year. We had a bunch of sides.
A lot.
Yes, a lot of sides.
Like
Macaroni and cheese, deviled eggs, pasta salad, collard greens or green beans. I can't remember which one of those we did. But yeah, I'll send both of y'all an invite because it seems like Dirt Monkey, you live kind of close to. We fish the same area, so you can come on out and enjoy some of that food too. I'm I'm gonna be changing up the menu a little bit. I know for a fact I'm not going to be able to get away with not doing a brisket. Um, so I know I'm gonna have to do two or three briskets next year, but I heard a real noise out there in the yard. I plan on frying some turkeys next year. Frying some fish again. Like I can't get away from the brisket and the fish. I gotta do those. Those are staples. Everybody comes to the Big Fella Bash for that. And then like the other stuff as bonuses. So I'll definitely do the brisket, some fish. I'll probably fry like three or four turkeys. Um I did a seafood boil last year too. I don't know if I'm gonna do that next year because where I got the crawfish from, I probably should have got them locally, but I used what's the name of the company? I can't think, but I had crawfish shipped in. Um, the cookout was Saturday. I had them shipped in Friday afternoon. They sent like 100 pounds for me and dry ice, and I purged them overnight, but I felt like a lot of them were dead. So I had to pluck a lot of them out, but I still did seafood boil. Everybody raved over that too. So, but yeah, I'll definitely send y'all an invite. He said, "Yeah, for sure, bro. I'd love to come through. I've got so much to learn, but the food is where I connect for sure. Please keep me in mind. I definitely will. Yeah, like food is like the thing that pulls everybody together, whether it's like Sunday dinners, family dinners, or cookouts. I feel like you can make friends at any cookout you go to." Dirt Monkey says, "Always use Catfish Kelly's to get your crawfish." Yeah, that's what people told me. They said I should have went to Catfish Kelly's, but I didn't know they. I thought they always had them frozen. I had no idea they had them live and fresh. So if I do a seafood boil, I will definitely be using them next year because I was like, man, right here in King George, 10 minutes up the street, I could have went to Catfish Kelly's and got me some crawfish. I don't think the new location in King George is open just yet, but I still could have went to Fredericksburg and got them. You and them police sirens again. I was like, uh-oh. Yeah, 2 months ago. So yeah, that was right after the Big Fella Bash in May. Tell you what, they definitely got some good crabs too. I've always Shady. I get some shrimp from Shady Lane. Shrimp's phenomenal there. The crabs are good. I've always gotten my crabs from Roy's, but ever since he passed away, I haven't got any crabs from him.
How did he pass again?
Huh?
How did he pass again? Tractor?
Yeah, he was in a car accident or an accident while he was on his tractor. Um, Roy had some of the best crabs around here. I mean, he passed it on to his kids, but like we were kind of like somewhat close to Roy. My dad would help him with some stuff around the shop, splitting wood and all that stuff. So it's kind of tough on my dad after he passed away, and it was I haven't been in the shop in a while there either.
Wait, his kids run shop?
Yeah, the people that's in there, that's his family.
I'm like, I got.
Yeah, I think his daughter's in there, one of his sons, and I think his grandson too.
I got confused because when I saw a kid in there, I'm like, what's that kid doing in here? And he's probably just doing kid stuff.
Dean said, "I've never actually had crawfish, so once they're dead like that, they're completely no good." Yeah, they kind of throw off the taste a little bit. It's almost kind of similar to like having like a dead crab. You can tell like it's been dead, so the meat's like no good. It's all mushy and whatnot. But yeah, crawfish is good, especially if they got that nice like spice and kick to them. Man, I love me a good mess of crawfish. I've done a couple boils here over this year, as a matter of fact, and they both turned out pretty good. The first batch could have been a little spicier, but that second batch, everybody was like, "Man, that's good." But it was like I cooked them like a true Cajun, where they was like somewhat hot. A lot of the Virginia people up here was like, "Man, that was hot, but it was a little on the hot side." If I were to describe the taste of crawfish, it's almost like a lobster and a shrimp taste to me. What's up, Chunks? The dog wanted to come outside, so he's out here now. You can hear his collar jingling. He's been doing good since our other Chihuahua, Gabby, she passed away. She got hit by a car out here in the driveway.
She was in the road.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was at the end of the driveway. We found
Isaiah did.
yeah, Isaiah did. Where was he going to school?
Yeah,
he was on his out there waiting on the bus, and he saw her laying out there beside the road. She never really goes
Yeah.
by the road ever, and so we were like shocked as to like, why was she down there by the road?
I did have some evidence that he said he thinks he
That
saw.
don't be barking at people, Trump.
He saw a piece of chicken unless that was her tongue.
No,
Yeah.
somebody's pulling up in the driveway. He's trying to be the great protector out here. Trump, Trump,
But
Trump, you're interrupting the live.
He found a piece of chicken in her mouth.
Dean said, wait. Derek Monkey said, I would say more like shrimp taste, but if overcooked, it's like chewing on an eraser. Yeah, luckily I didn't overcook mine. I didn't have to worry about chewing on pencil erasers, but I have heard they do get tough like that.
Everyone does that.
Dean said, you have your own seasoning mix or you buy pre-mix. I know I used to come across stale cracker videos all the time. Yeah, I use the stop. I use the Zatarans. He's out here growling at. I don't know who that is turning around in the driveway. I use the Zatarans seafood boil and the dry seasoning pack and the liquid boil. I think I threw some camp dog seasoning in there too. I can't remember now, but I haven't made my own seasoning yet. That's probably going to be in the works in about a year or two. I eventually, like with these Sunday dinners, I eventually want to start making my own recipes to the point where I can have my own cookbook. That's a little dream of mine. But yeah, I know Stale Cracker. Like watching his videos is what kind of got me wanting to cook seafood boil. Him and his put that on a cracker, dude. Yeah, that got me into it. I think I had skipped over a message. Somebody said they smoked an alligator. I think it was Dirt Monkey. Yeah, he said he smoked a small gator last year. Where'd you get your gator from? I've been wanting to fry up some gator tail.
You haven't tasted. I haven't seen it.
Mom, she said that gumbo I did was good. It was definitely like a true Cajun. Yeah, I got to make me another gumbo. I definitely got to dial back on the seasoning for us a little bit though, because the longer that thing sat, the spicier it got. It had all our noses in here running.
You make that gumbo thing.
Mm-hmm. They flamed me a little bit on TikTok though, because when I did the video for the gumbo, somebody said it wasn't a true gumbo because I left out the okra. And I was like, oh man, so I got some points deducted on me on that one. So next time I make it, I'll have to throw some okra in there. Derek says Catfish Kelly has gator meat as well. Well, I guess I know I need to be going soon. Give me some gator meat. First time I had fried gator was down at Brad's Pro Shop in that restaurant that's connected to it. That was pretty tasty. For some reason, it tasted like scallop, like fried scallops, a little bit to me, with a different texture, but it was delicious. A couple years ago, when we went to Nag's Head, I took my big steaming pot down there, and we steamed up a bunch of like snow crabs and the potatoes and the carrots and all that stuff. And a guy bought some alligator tail, and he threw it in the boil. And we were like, "What is this like hunk of white meat in here?" We didn't like the taste of it steamed, so I was like, "Yeah, I don't think you're supposed to steam alligator tail, or if you do, you got to steam it different because it wasn't all that great." So Dean said, "So wait, I've always heard coming up, you just eat the tails and suck the heads, which always creep me out. So I've never tried, but I have to now. That lobster shrimp combo sounds good." Yeah, man. I know a lot of people here. They just eat the, snap it in half and you bite the tail meat. Nobody here would like suck on the heads. Um, this is more of I guess, a Louisiana thing. But yeah, you're supposed to suck on the head. You get all that juice out of there. It's really good. Our Chihuahua is trying to protect us from people that often visit.
Yeah.
You good, Chump?
Just donut by the two.
You good? Sorry, I'm allergic to dogs, so I don't pick the dogs up or pet them or anything like that because my eyes would be red. Luckily, they didn't shed. They don't shed too much, so I don't have too much of an allergy problem.
They never shed.
So they all right with me.
Someone just called me Brad. Someone just called me Brad. Yeah.
Yeah, man, Dean, it's good that you joined, man. It's been a long time since we talked. I know we used to go to what is that, the elementary school there at Carolina and hoop a lot back in the day. Yeah, see, this is perfect. Like what Dirt Monkey says right here, Dean. Sucking the head juice is like eating the yellow mash and the blue crab. It's delicious. But my aunt used to date this guy that would it was definitely painstakingly exhaustive. But when we would eat blue crabs, he would try to get as much of that we call it mustard, as much of that yellow mustard out of a crab as he could, and he would make a sauce out of it for the next time we would eat crabs or when he would eat leftover crabs. And I hadn't tasted it, but I know he used to make it, and I heard it was pretty good. So I was like, man, picking crabs. Like I have to eat the crabs as I'm picking them. I know people can sit there and pick crabs and save crab meat to make crab cakes and stuff with. Crabs are just too delicious to be sitting over there in a pile and I'm sitting there looking at it and not eating it. Like I got to eat it. He said Chihuahuas are nuts. Much power to y'all. My grandfather literally always had at least 8. Laugh all out. Used to be going crazy. I found out that there's quite a few different breeds of Chihuahua. Um, I think one of them is like the most common, like the yapping ones you see. I think they're called like Apple or Applehead or something like that. I can't remember what this one is, but he doesn't like. If you look at him like at a glance, like he's a smaller dog, but well, I can't. He's a smaller dog, but he's like on a big side for a Chihuahua. I forget what breed they call him, but he doesn't look much like your typical like Yo Quiero Taco Bell Chihuahua at all. Come here, chump. He's down there in the yard exploring. Jermonk says my sportsman's club is having an annual crab feast September 14th. I can send you the flyer. Yeah, man, definitely send me that. If September 14th sounds familiar. Yeah, send me the flyer. I'll double check my calendar. I might have something going on that day. I can't remember. But if I'm not doing nothing, I'll definitely come out there and pick and eat some crabs for sure. Dean said, "Oh, wow, I had no idea." You talking about the different breeds of Chihuahuas. I had no idea either. Like when people were telling me like these were Chihuahuas, I'm like, these don't look like Chihuahuas. They got to be mixed with something. And that's when my sister-in-law was telling me like, "Oh yeah, there's different breeds in the Chihuahua family." I'm like, "Oh, good to know." It's all you can eat. The crab feast. Yeah, that is right up my alley. I can. We can get like a bushel of crabs, and me and my mother-in-law can sit and eat. My mom's a crab eater too. Like, if we can sit and eat some crabs, I can probably put away about two, 2.5, 3 dozen by myself with no problems.
Whoa!
D said, thanks, fellas, for the info. Dirt Monkey has hella knowledge. Yeah, you ain't lying, bro. I'm sitting here like I'm making all kind of mental notes in here from him tonight. I done had about 4 of these mixed drinks now.
Don't drink too many.
No, I know. I'm not gonna drink too much. I know we gotta go fishing in the morning.
Yes. Yes. Oh, where is he been? Let's do it together.
I know in here in a little bit. I'm probably about to go in here and tear me up a couple bowls of potato soup. I can't wait. Y'all been keeping up with the Olympics? I haven't been able to sit down and watch a single race or a single basketball game or nothing. My work schedule has just been crazy busy. I heard we've been getting quite a few medals here. Not so much in the swimming, if I heard right. But yeah, I know we definitely been getting some medals. D said, we'll stay in touch more. Great chatting real quick. Like I said, I've always seen what you were doing, but it's time to interact. So you'll be seeing me a lot more of me, bro. Hey, man, I try to go live every Friday night at 9. I just pushed it because me and the wife were into a movie. I think we were watching that George Foreman movie last night. And looked at the clock. I was like, oh, crap. I'm supposed to be going live here in an hour or so. So I just changed it to tonight. Plus, it was raining most of the night, so I didn't want to sit out here on a wet seat and getting rained on. So I just moved. It was just better for me to move it to tonight. But I usually try to shoot for 9 Eastern Standard Time. Next week it'll be more of a structured show where I'll have different segments. Like I'll have Odes of the Cookaholics, Catch of the Week. So if you got fishing pictures or pictures of food and stuff you want to send in, I will share that on the show. But yeah, it'll be more of like an organized show. It'll be kicked back like this too, though. But we'll have some different segments. Dirt Monkey says, "My knowledge comes from all the old timers from the area. Always listen to what they say, even if it sounds crazy. Yeah, some of the most craziest things ends up working, believe it or not. Dude, breakdancing is an Olympic sport. I know, man, and I've been like, I wanted to sit down and watch that, but time just gets away from me. Like I was like, wow, breakdancing is an Olympic sport. I heard flag football is going to be in the 2028 Olympics, so I'm excited about that. I can't. I think it's like 6-on-6 or 7-on-7 or something. So, oh yeah, yeah. Was cool and informative. Yeah, man. There's a lot of guys in here that got some knowledge. Like Chris, I know Chris is the true blue outdoorsman. He was in here earlier. He has some good knowledge. Dirt Monkey has some good knowledge. Whenever Michael Howard joins, he has some good knowledge as well. It's a nice little community of knowledgeable people around here. Dirt Monkey says, I've seen a couple of clips of the breakdancing. I really wouldn't call it dancing. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I haven't even seen any clips. Now I'm gonna have to go in here and while I'm eating my potato soup, I'm gonna look at a couple of the breakdancing clips. I can't remember if all the track and field events were ran. I know they were getting into the relay races and stuff like that. I think all the swimming is done, and I know USA plays France. Is it tonight or tomorrow night? I can't remember, and I think that's for the gold medal. Um, but yeah, I think it's all coming down to a close. I have Hulu. I should have recorded some of the stuff so I can watch it after the fact. He said track and field is all done, I believe. Yeah, it sucked that Noah Lyles ended up getting COVID. I felt like he could have won that last race if he didn't have it.
Yeah.
Man, Okay, that's what it is. So the USA won gold in b-ball versus France, and the women play tomorrow. If I remember it, I think they play France too. And I try to keep up with it. And the way I keep up with it is watching the Unc and Ocho show. And I think they were saying that this is the first time in the Olympic history where both the men's basketball and the women's basketball ended up playing the same country for the gold. Hey Dean, what was the score of that game? I'm kind of curious. Man, if I remember it, I think preseason in football kicked off. I think the Eagles might have played somebody. Okay, USA won by 12. Okay, so it was a pretty comfortable lead. That's what's up. From what I heard, they had trouble with Serbia the other night. I used to have a favorite basketball team. Now I think I just watch it more so for the sport. Oh, 85-75. Okay, all right, all right. Yeah, I think if I do watch basketball, it's more for the sport. I used to when I had a favorite team, it was the Denver Nuggets when Melo was playing with them. I had always been a Carmelo Anthony fan. Um, when I would call myself hooping, I tried to model my game after him, especially with that nasty mid-range game he got. So I was always trying to develop my mid-range game. But then I got out of basketball and haven't played basketball in a really long time.
What you want, Ron? I need the extra word. Dude, why you need 20 more tries? It's like,
I've been meaning to get back into some slow pitch softball. Once I get in shape, I think I am going to try to get back into it. This side, my uncle Duck, that whole side of the family, man. When I tell you they are some like slow pitch softball fanatics, like the whole family could like put out a team with starters and backups, with the amount of people, men and women that play. Um, Man, we love some softball back in the day. There's a field out here in King George called Jersey Ball Diamond. Like I was saying earlier in the live, there probably isn't a weekend during the summertime back in the day where there wasn't a softball game going on. Like you had all kind of teams playing. People were like cooking food and selling food and stuff like that. I remember the fried chicken used to be able to get it on a slice of bread with a little bit of hot sauce, like a drumstick, for a couple bucks, and we'll just sit there, eat chicken, and watch softball. And when I got old enough to play, man, like my uncle Donald, like he gave me confidence back in my swing, and I was putting balls in the woods down there. Should I used to pitch like when I was in college? I used to pitch. Oh man. Okay, so Dirt Monkey said I was at the old Jersey ball field today. Viking Hunt Club hosts turkey shoots there. Yeah, man, they do all kind of turkey shoots. Quite a few of them during the year. I don't know if you remember my uncle Donald there, Dirt Monkey. Well, yeah, that's him.
I didn't know
I
anybody.
think he was part of the dog committee over there at Viking Hunting Club, and yeah, I know he was with that club for years. But yeah, that's him. You can see right here. There's a picture of him with a deer and some camo clothes. Um, yeah, yeah, this shirt is kind of sick. I love the shirt. Um, Family member that made it was Shamika. She made the shirts. Yeah, touching kids. Okay, sorry. um, yeah, this is a cool T-shirt. I really like it, especially like the word duck and how it's all the camo. Yeah, I was definitely digging that. Jeremiah says, "Yeah, I remember him stopping by at some of the shoots. Yeah, he was definitely pretty active with the Viking Hunt Club. Dean says, same here now. Now I really just appreciate the sport and the athletes pushing their bodies. Yeah, some of these world records that were being broke. Man, what's that guy? I think he won the 1500 meter in swimming in gold, and I think he beat second place by like 4 seconds. Um, I watched earlier on the Uncle Ocho show. They were interviewing him, and he said I think it was freestyle, so he was able to like see the screen and see the competition, and I think he said at one point in time he was looking up at the screen and he was because they have the line for the world record time. He was looking up at the screen and trying to beat that world record time. So like glancing up at the screen every so often. That's kind of cool. The way that they can push their bodies and pull off what they can pull off. It's so awesome to see. That's why I love the Olympics. I think I asked this question on the last live about what's your do you prefer the Summer Olympics over the Winter Olympics or vice versa? And I think if I had to pick, I think I would probably choose the man. I can't even say. It's still hard for me to choose. I think Summer Olympics edge out Winter by a little bit because I like all the snowboarding and skiing and stuff for some reason. And you can't say you not like the Winter Olympics because of the movie Cool Runnings. That movie got me into the bobsledding. So yeah, I like the Winter Olympics too. But I think Summer Olympics like edges it out just a little bit. I love all the track and field events, and looking very much forward to flag football coming to it. But breakdancing, like when I found out breakdance was an Olympic sport, I was like, wow, okay, they're adding all kind of stuff. Oh, and now golf is part of the Summer Olympics too. I'm sorry, the dog's like staring off in the distance and like barking at something. Do I need to go get the thing there, Chunk? Do I need to go no, not the belt. The pew pew. Yeah, the pew pew.
Not the gun.
Not the pew pew.
Not the. Not tough.
Love Breakfast says, oh man, I think they are adding too much. And when I heard breakdancing, I was like, breakdancing? But they're breakdancing is part of the Summer Olympics now.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like when I saw it, I was like, breakdancing? Okay.
That's so new.
Dean said, summer for me, there's nothing like track and field, but I did run, so I'm biased. Yeah, I feel like if you I feel like a lot of like football players are going to be like, oh, the Summer Olympics, so flag football and stuff like that. If I'm mistaken, I think the Worlds is next year.
The World?
Yeah, like it's kind of like the Olympics, but it's like a different set of competitions. I'm looking forward to seeing that too. I like believe it or not, like Olympic times is like the only time I'll sit and watch soccer. I'm not drinking no more. I'm just getting me some more pineapple juice. Yeah, see, just pineapple juice. I'm gonna drink a lot of pineapple juice. This was new. I got this today, and I'm just throwing this pineapple juice back, yo. Dean said they got soft pistol shooting too now, air guns, I guess. I'm assuming so. I'm not sure what kind of guns it were they were shooting. Everybody talks about the guy from Turkey. Everybody's got these like special glasses on with like scopes and whatnot on them, and then the Turkish dude just shows up in jeans and a t-shirt, and he ended up getting like silver medal. That was kind of wild to hear. I really wish I watched that because that would have been an interesting thing to see. Love breakfast. It's cool and all, but I just don't feel like it's an Olympic sport. You get me? Oh yeah, I definitely get you. Like you're so used to hearing about like track and field and swimming and all like javelin, pole vaulting, and all that stuff, and where athletes got to push their body. Then here comes like people just like break dancing and stuff like that, and they're out like winning gold, silver, bronze for all that. So yeah, I definitely get you. Yeah, the Turkish dude and that Korean chick. I didn't hear anything about the Korean chick. Was she the one that won gold? Like, I really didn't watch the Olympics. I really wish I should have. Mm. Dirt Monkey says, yeah, they are shooting air pistols now instead of the 22, like almost like a pellet gun kind of. Yeah.
Except for it shoots air, not actual bullets.
Yeah. No, it shoots a bullet, but it's pushed by air instead of yeah, gunpowder and primer.
Primers.
The primer is the part in the bullet. Like if you look at the back of a bullet, there's a small little circle. When you pull the trigger, a firing pin hits that,
Yeah.
and it makes the bullet explode out of the barrel.
Yeah, it has a little piece comes out.
Yeah, the shell.
Yeah, the shell comes out.
Yeah.
That comes out.
You know, I'm really impressed with my oldest son. He has a pellet gun too, and he'd be showing me some of his targets. I'm like, man, that boy's a marksman. Okay. Dean said, the one that looks like a Bond villain, you got to look her up. Look her awesome. Look like I know she got some sponsors after this. Oh, I'm sure she did. You know, I didn't I had no idea like the like you got paid during the Olympics. From what I hear, it's not a whole lot. But I know like, again watching the Uncle Ocho show, they've been putting up their own money for people that have been like breaking world records and stuff. Like I was like, man, that's really awesome of them. I think they got the idea from me because I do the big fella boxes. No, I'm kidding. If I had that kind of money, I probably would be doing some bigger giveaways, more winners and stuff like that every month. I'll get there eventually though. This channel start making some good money in time, and I'll be able to bless y'all because y'all been blessing me by watching these lives and watching my other videos and stuff. Dean said, yeah, a good number of them are broke or they get paid way less than we would think. Yeah, I want to say it's like, we're calling the number, and I could be completely wrong. It might be like 16 grand. I mean, I could do a lot with 16 grand, but you're out there putting your body on the line and you've been training for 4 years for this. Um, yeah, you've been training for 4 years for this and you win, and they're like, here's like 16 grand, which I'm sure they tax the hell out of it. Uncle Sam's always got to get his cut one way or another. But Uncle Ocho, they've been blessing people, so hats off to him for that for sure. Dear Monkey Sands, if I remember, the one guy from the Philippines won gold medal for the country's first time, and they gave him a condo and free food for life. I did hear about that, and I think they gave him like free college tuition and a bunch of other perks and stuff too. So I was like, man, that's pretty dope. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom. I'm gonna let little fella here take over the show for a little bit, but I'll be right back, y'all.
Remember what happened, dude?
Yeah, no cussing.
Remember what happened last time? Okay.
Ugh.
What happened to your phone? Oh.
The screen went black.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Love Breakfast said, I mean, for the positive light he gave to the country, it is justified. Yeah, for sure. Isn't like Manny Pacquiao like the mayor or something over there now from all he's done in boxing? Yeah, I had to go use the bathroom. 4 drinks. It was
Yeah, 4 grand.
filling my bladder up. I had to go. I will say that potato soup was smelling righteous as I was walking through this kitchen. Probably going to be ending the live here soon, so I'm going to get me a couple bowls of that. And then I need to lay down and get me some shut eye so me and this dude can go try to catch some fish tomorrow. I've been also contemplating on if I have good service out on whatever lake I'm fishing at, I might start going live out there too.
Like, go to a lake. Go to a lake.
Yeah, set up the tripod and go live. I think one of my GoPros, I have the capability of going live off of the GoPro. Yeah, I forget. I have a GoPro 8 and I have a GoPro, the Hero 8 and the Hero 12. The Hero 12, I've been let down by that one here a little bit lately. Like it was only it was only 88 degrees and it was overcast. Um, GoPro has this thing where if it overheats, it shuts down. Like I'll be in the middle of like recording and that thing is just like you'll just hear it go beep 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 and it like turns off and you got to turn it back on and it says like a little error message on the screen says GoPro your Hero's shut off due to heat. And so I'm like I might be contemplating getting another camera. I think the DJI or DJ3 or whatever it is, I forget the name brand. They don't have that problem, so I might be looking into that. Maybe getting away from GoPro. Ooh, sorry. Sorry, my phone went into do not disturb, so I didn't know. I think it shuts off the mic and everything, so I had to fix that. Sorry about that. Hmm?
Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to get that.
my cigar is dead.
It is? That's the first
I can smoke it for a little while longer, maybe like 5 or 10 more minutes. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Dirt Monkey, have you ever been to they call it Fort Walker now, AP Hill. You ever been fishing in any of the lakes out there? I know that's probably one of my favorite places to go to fish. Even if I go there to bank fish, a lot of the ponds are like very accessible to bank fish. I took the kayak out there a lot. That's where I actually had my kayak accident at is AP Hill. But I absolutely love fishing out there in AP Hill.
Okay, that's sprinkle. Yes.
that I did once they postponed all the recreational activities for a year or so. But when they lifted it, I never went back. Yeah, I do remember that. They did close down for a while. I've been back recently. Fishing's still pretty good. I've been able to catch, still been able to catch fish from the bank. When I went in to the pass office to get my picture badge, I was in there talking to the guy that took my picture, and he was saying that that's the pond over where the I guess it's like a picnic area. It's close to the front. He said somebody caught a snakehead out of there. So I was like, oh, snakehead, you say? So I've been meaning to get back there and see if I can find any more in there. I got a feeling that might have been a one-off because 'cause, snakehead, they can stay alive out of water as long as their skin is wet. So it might have made its way from one of the creeks or something and got in there. I know, man. I need to. Me and my dad have been itching to catch some snakeheads. They are so delicious, man. We've actually been a couple times trying to catch snakehead, but didn't have any luck. I know when they first got discovered over here and how everybody was talking about we need to catch and kill them all because they're invasive. Um, I hadn't had a chance to get out there and try to catch them. I feel like now they've slowed down a lot. I know I've seen pictures of like bow fishermen out there killing like 20 or 30 at a time. I'm like, man, if I could just catch like one or two, that'd be great. But I think they recently discovered that they aren't causing the causing the havoc that they thought they were. So I think that they are allowing you to throw them back, but you have to throw them back in the same body of water that you caught them out of. But if you do keep it, you do have to kill it. Dirt Monkey says they are everywhere now, but the bass population keeps them in check. So okay, I was wondering about that. I'm like, if it's not the bow fishermen, then like what's keeping them keeping the population down. So it seems like the bass are they must be eating the fry after they hatch.
Wait, why don't need to kill all the snakeheads? What's it?
They're not originally from here. They're from Asia.
Asia?
Hmm.
What's they doing down here? Down here from Asia.
They came over here. Somebody brought them over. That happens a lot. Like we'll get
Are you illegal to do that?
mhm. You'll get that a lot where somebody will bring some species over here because they like it so much, and they'll get a decent population, and next thing you know, they're here to stay. It's what's that one deer that I watched Meat Eater on YouTube a lot. That's one of my favorite shows to watch on there. He loves watching it too. Um,
It's on Netflix.
yeah, it's on Netflix. Steve Ranella, the guy that does most all the hunting in the show, he actually went over to over into Maryland and hunts this little I forget the name of the island, but it's on the bay side. He hunts Sika deer, not Sitka like Sitka, but Sika Sika deer. They apparently were brought over from Asia, and they have a decent population over there.
Oh, wait, how you get deer all the way from Asia?
You can do anything with money.
Like you can literally.
You can pay somebody to sneak it over here. Dirt Monkey says snakehead fishing from Little Falls to the city docks is good. End up in a quiet creek. Yeah, a buddy of mine, Phil, he loves going up there to fish for him. He catches them all the time. Another dude that lives around here in King George, I'd be so jealous. He'll take his wife out fishing, and they be catching a ton of them too. Oh, Phil is in here. What's going on, Phil? The first time I ever had snakehead, we were fishing off one of the creeks around here in King George. Um, A buddy of ours had permission to fish off of a farm that a creek ran through, and we were out there fishing for catfish, and we were catching catfish, and somebody caught a carp, and he had this one rod that he just had a buzz bait tied on it, and he just kept watching. He's fishing for catfish, and he saw some movement off in the corner. He was like, "Hey, y'all, watch this!" He took this buzz bait, made a couple casts over there, and caught this snakehead in. Threw it up on the bait. We stabbed it in the head, but it still lived a good while. We took that snakehead back, filleted it. My father-in-law took it and threw it on the grill, and all he threw on it was, I think he threw a little camp dog seasoning on it, a little bit of butter, some garlic, and just like let it cook on the grill, wrapped it up a little bit. Y'all, when I tell y'all the flakiest meat that I've ever tasted, the most delicious fish, golly, I was like, okay, I know what fish I need to be catching from now on, and haven't caught one yet. Delicious. Bill said, I'm a little late to the party, just got back from the pool. Man, today was a good day for it, man. I'll tell you what, I probably should have stayed here and gotten my pool instead of dealing with all that muddy water out there at Willing Pond. But it was definitely nice to get out there and see it. That place is a lot bigger than what I thought it was. I fished like maybe half of it, and I was peeking around the corner, around the bend and stuff. This thing has like little coves and points and all kind of, like, it's like a fisherman's paradise in there. So I got like lay downs and lily pads on the bank, and I will say it's fairly deep. I got out of the boat from the boat ramp in my kayak, and I have this thing where I take the kayak, the paddle, because I don't have a fish finder on my kayak. I took it off. I'll take the paddle and try to, reach down as far as I could. And I think I was out there for a couple hours, and I think I was only able to touch the bottom like once in one spot. So I'm like, man, that place has got to be every bit at least like 9, 10 feet deep, maybe even more. So I think next time I go out there, I'm going to rig up the fish finder and find out exactly how deep. Dirt Monkey says buzzbait, frogs, poppers are best for snakeheads. Yeah, whenever I go to a place that I know that there's snakeheads, I have one rod that keeps the buzzbait on there, and I'll toss that around. Me and my dad, last time we went out to try to catch a snakehead, we went out to Cat's Point Creek. I think Cat's Point Creek, and like all out there in the Warsaw area, and we saw all kind. We saw like a bunch of alligator gar. He caught a couple catfish and some croaker and stuff. I threw the buzzbait over top of the hydrilla, caught a couple bass, but we didn't catch any snakeheads, unfortunately. But they say they're out there. I've seen pictures of people sent me that I put in the catch of the week of them catching snakehead out there. So I'm definitely going back there. I think that's where I'm gonna catch my snakehead at, either there or like Dirt Monkey was saying, like launching out there in Little Falls. I know a guy that catches them in like the Rollins Fork area a lot too. I've heard some guys catching some snakehead off of chatterbaits and stuff too, spinner baits. So it seems like if you're bass fishing in an area where there's snakehead, you can hang those too with bass stuff. Just recommend having some sturdy braid on there. The teeth cut right through their line. Yeah, see, Phil says he burned them up on chatterbaits. So yeah, they can definitely be caught on chatter. Yeah, I'm almost done with my cigar, y'all. This was a long cigar. We've been on this live for 2 hours and 13 minutes, and I lit it within the first couple minutes of this show. This thing is a pretty darn good cigar. I might have to get a couple more of these. Trying to think of the name again. I have to dig the paper out. It's Churchill something. So Phil says I catch more on subsurface lures than anything else. Dermunk says can also catch them at the swamp, the swamp bottom off of Brook Road, but you have to fish on the side of the road. The Brook Road. Trying to think of what swamp you're talking about off of Brook Road. I'll have to look that up. I heard you can catch them near Gardy's Mill Pond too. Not on the pond side, but on the other side. But you have to be careful where you fish because you could be standing on private property. Since that's where we're going tomorrow, I might give it a try. See if I can catch a snakehead off the side of the road.
How was a firefighter then?
Dirt monkeys got me. I know I'm going to be working like Fredericksburg, Northern Virginia. I got to go out to Winchester for work one day this week, but probably going to have to put a rod or something in the back of the truck, maybe even a bucket, and try a couple of these spots out. Especially if you can catch them off the side of the road.
This man's treating me ridiculous.
STV Drag said, "What's up, man? Hey, what is going on, man? Thanks for joining the live. We're just out here cooling tonight. I done had 4 mixed drinks of Malibu and pineapple juice, so I'm feeling pretty good right now." Surprisingly, the bugs aren't bad tonight. I thought I was going to be getting 8 up tonight. I don't have the oh man, what's the thing? The thing that helps keep bugs away. Oh man, what is it called? The little green thing.
And it lets smoke out that kills them.
Yeah. I can't. I use it during hunting all the time. I'm not drunk, y'all. I promise. I really can't think of the name of this thing. It has like the little propane tank in there. You put like the little thing on the screen, and you turn it on, and it like kind of emits a little bit of a vapor that bugs don't like. I use it during hunting all the time, fishing. I really can't think of the name of this thing. I'm not drunk. I promise.
Yeah.
Thermacell. There we go. Appreciate it, Phil. I was really struggling out here on this deck.
Yeah, I'm like, what is it called again?
Yeah, it's called a Thermacell. Dirt Monkey says, I'm working in DC this week. It's going to suck, but I do keep tackling my work van just in case. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gonna be
One job I did a couple weeks ago was at Lake Frederick. Oh man, I bet you fished there as much as you could. Phil said the Thermacell is worth every penny, and I agree. I got the Thermacell that you could clip onto your belt, and I had a couple. I got to look them up, look for them. I'm pretty sure I got them in storage downstairs somewhere. But I got the Thermacells that's more like the like you set it on the picnic table. I had a couple of those out at the cookout, and they help keep the bugs away.
okay.
Yeah, hold them up. I want y'all to see how big our Chihuahua is. Hold them up a little higher. Yeah, this is that's a Chihuahua, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think he's like 9 or 10 pounds now. And he doesn't look fat, but he's pretty heavy. That's why we call him Chunk.
Yeah, he got a little bit like stronger now. Yeah,
Me and him be having some intense staring competitions.
yeah, like very intense. Like
He's pretty good. He doesn't blink at all.
yeah, Yeah, dogs never win when they're in a skin competition.
I love breakfast. They eat cute as hell. Dirt Monkey says, "Are you sure that ain't a mini pincher?" Yeah, we got confirmation. Both of the parents were Chihuahuas, and the vet says definitely Chihuahua. Um, I just can't think of the because there's like a handful of different breed Chihuahuas. Like I was saying earlier, the like the Yo Quiero Taco Bell Chihuahua, that's like an apple or an applehead Chihuahua, and I forget what he is. Phil says, I'm going to make myself a drink and watch some TV with the wife. Have a good night, brother. We'll get out there soon. Hey, man, yeah, definitely hit me up. Can you turn it down a little bit? Yeah, y'all, you and your wife have a good night, Phil. Me and my wife had our movie night last night. We watched that George Foreman movie. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah, come here, dude.
Like watching movies like that. I mean, you already know what to expect. Like, you know, he lost against George Foreman, and he left for a while, then came back and became the oldest heavyweight champ and stuff like that. But it's cool to see some of the other stuff too. That was in the movie. STV Drag 2225 says a two-stroke smoke from the dyno clears the bugs out. Yeah, man, it definitely does.
Yeah,
Hmm?
talking to myself.
Now I tell you what, these seats they looked dry, but now I've been sitting on it for a while. My butt is soaking wet, yo.
I'm just thinking I'm the game.
Somebody going to jail?
No, I'm talking to myself in the game. Usually, when you put the person in cuffs, you can click a button and it automatically arrests them.
Oh,
You don't have to transport someone at all.
nice.
Okay.
Derek Monkey says I would puff on a White Owl cigar to clear out the bugs. But that's part of the reason why I smoke a cigar on a live too, is help clear out the bugs. Pretty sure once I put this thing out, I'm going to be getting ate up. Love Breakfast says, haha, you don't even realize you be getting wet until you soak. Man, like I didn't realize I was wet until I got up and used the bathroom a while ago. And I was like, man, what's going on? I was like, why is my butt wet? Then I thought about me sitting out here. And when I came out the back door and I saw the imprint of my butt on the cushion, I was like, oh, that thing held water. That's why my butt's wet.
Really not one thing.
Hmm?
Nothing talking to myself.
Oh.
If you pull out your cuffs, you can see if a person's wanted or not.
Oh.
And he's not, and he's being, I don't know. You know, it's better not to when you get your gun, dude.
Yeah, I might take this tripod out if I can figure out a way to make the tripod, stable enough to where it's not going to fall out of the boat. I've had that happen before. Where it doesn't fall out of the boat. I might take and try to go live while me and him are out there on the water tomorrow. Um, I was trying to get a second camera angle. I had the GoPro on my head and I had had my phone on a tripod in the back of the boat, and calling myself trying to be a good cameraman, get that third person view. I was out fishing for crappie, and at the front of the boat, I had caught a bluegill, and it fell on the floor. It shook the hook in the boat. I went to lean over and grab that, and I heard something go splash. So, turn around, look at the back of the boat, tripod and the phone, both gone. They're sitting at the bottom of the lake to this day. Um, although I've tried to, find it on the fish finder, and I can't find it. I was going to try to hook it. I had to make an insurance claim and get me a new phone and all that good stuff. But yeah, like I got to find a way to make this stable. I might have to get me some some of those what you call the arms that holds on the cameras and stuff that mount to the side of the boat.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Love Breakfast says, "Hey, get a big magnet down there." You know, my wife's uncle sent us a magnet fishing kit, so I might have to do that. Um, I remember where it fell off of the boat, so I probably will have to take that magnet out there one day, see if I can find it. Maybe I'll have 2 tripods, and maybe I can see if the SD card's still good enough for me to get the footage off. You'll be catching all sorts of extras. Yes. With as many as snags and stuff are on the bottom of that lake, I'm pretty sure I'll be pulling up all kinds of different fishing lures and hopefully my phone and tripod and all kinds of stuff. Might even find Jimmy Hoffa. Who knows? Thought I just saw lightning in the sky. Maybe that was just a flash of light somewhere. I don't know. Yeah, before this cigar cost $10, and I actually enjoyed smoking this. I'm gonna have to go. They had a deal: buy 3 get 1 free. I might have to go pick up some more cigars from that store.
Yeah, yeah, you be buying all kinds of cigars from there.
Hmm. I usually order my cigars from JR Cigars. They have a huge variety online, and they'll ship them right to your front door. Um, that cigar store here, one of them, the one I went to, they had a pretty good variety, but I really really like the flavored cigars, like the CAO cigars. Um, my favorite is the vanilla bean and the moon trance. They didn't have those there. They did have some acid cigars there, so I might have to get some of those too. Dermunk said it's heat lightning. I'm sitting outside too. That's what I thought. I thought I saw a flash.
Can't wait till we get that looks like the one that looks like me.
Oh yeah, screened in and whatnot.
Yeah, the bugs won't be headshotting up.
Yeah, no kidding. Like we were out here and I think we're at, like we had bad like Japanese beetles, and when I say these like beetles were like straight kamikazeing us, like we were sitting out here, I'd be sitting back like this, and one of the beetles would just come by and just like ping my head, bounce off, and fly off in a different direction. It was annoying that night. I don't think I was live or anything. We were just out here hanging out. But yeah, like they were just like beating us to death.
Like they kept on headshotting us and everything.
Yeah, it was. It ended up being a bunch of them in our pool too. I don't see them as much anymore. So
yeah, there'd be a lot of bees and wasps and everything.
yeah, there's a lot of bees and wasps and stuff out there in our pool. Not so much now though. Thank goodness.
Like when I see a bee in that pool, I get scared. I run out of the pool, then all of a sudden I get stung. And later on, I get stung in the leg. Like I come outside for 1 second, then ow, ow.
Give me some more of this pineapple. Just trying to stay hydrated. Oh man. Chance is over here chilling. And I'm probably going to end the live here soon. That potato soup is calling my name. Just realized it's almost 11:30. I gotta wake up and take my daughter to work. She goes to work at 7 or 8 in the morning. And I think once I drop her off, I'm going to come back and hook the boat up. And me and him are going to go after it tomorrow in Gardy's Mill Pond. See if I can beat my personal best of 5.1 pounds in bass.
Okay.
I like going fit. I like taking my boat out there to Guardians Mill Pond because I have the iPilot and I have a couple of recorded tracks out there, and I can just hit the button and let that play and just concentrate on fishing. When I catch a fish, I'll just hit the anchor and we'll sit there and take some pictures and throw the fish back, hit resume, and just keep on going on around the lake hands free.
That's so fun.
Love Breakfast is going to head out. You a chill dude. Love from the UK. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm not sure what time it is over there, but I do go live every Friday or Saturday. Follow me on well, it looks like you're on YouTube, so subscribe to the channel. I try to go live every Friday night, but if it's not Friday, it's usually Saturday. Join us. We'll be talking about fishing and a whole bunch of random stuff like this. If you also have any fishing pictures, or if you like to cook and you want to send some pictures of that, I do segments every other week in like a more of a structured show. I share like people's catches and things that they've cooked over the course of the week, and we share and talk about it and stuff. So I'll be more than happy to share any catches, especially anything you caught over there in the UK. I have another good guy that follows me in Ireland. He's been a while ago. He sent me some pictures of some perch and stuff that he's caught over there. That was pretty interesting. But yeah, if you have any fishing pictures or cooking pictures, definitely send them to me. I'll be more than happy to share them with everybody.
Dad.
Oh, he said it's 4:30 a.m. right now over there. Good God,
Dad.
you are up really early. Hold
I
on.
said,
Dirt Monkey says, "Yeah, I'm calling it tonight. I'm down here at Hop Yard fishing. Nothing biting. Have a good night, and I'll send you that crab feast flyer on Facebook. Yeah, definitely send me that, bro. If I'm free that day, I'll definitely come out there and eat some crabs with y'all. But good luck out there fishing in Hop Yard. I'm pretty sure you'll catch something. Yeah, Hop Yard's a pretty good spot. But yeah, it looks like everybody else is going off. So I want to wish you guys a real good night. Thanks for joining. Again, rest in peace, Grandma Bernice and Uncle Duck. We'll truly miss you guys. We'll try to carry on your legacy of everything that you guys have been doing while you were here on this earth. Again, good night. Join me next week on the live. Look for my video. Hopefully tomorrow night of me and him catching fish. Hopefully we'll get on them. But also hit me up on the Simple Life of Bigfella. We're going to be doing the steak dinner on a stick. I'll share that little video short with y'all as well. But I want to wish you all a very good night. Love breakfast. Good morning. And I will catch y'all on the next live. Y'all have a great night.
what time is it up down there for good breakfast?
Love breakfast. It was 4:30 in the morning.